Good morning, everyone. I am Professor Amit Jadhav. In last lecture, we have seen while loop, its syntax, its flowchart, and some example of while loop. So let's see some more. So here we start with the Visual Studio. Am I audible? सगळ्यांना आवाज येतो व्यवस्थित स्क्रीन दिसते?
होय सर.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh. So here we start with the file and we click on new project. Console application. Here we change the name factorial program with while loop. So here fact underscore while. Click on OK. So here the console application get open. Here we first define the variable. So integer I, comma fact and n. Okay. So first of all we get the input from user. So for that I write here console dot write line. Here I write enter limit. Then we read that limit and store it in variable n. So n. Here we write convert dot to int 16 in bracket console dot read line. End with semicolon. So here we get the number from user, right? So after that we initialize the value. So I is equal to 1. Then we write the while statement while I less than or equal to n, and after that we do the same thing that we did in a for loop. I write here okay, in this loop we write fact is equal to fact into I. Okay, and after that we print no, after that we increase the value of I. So I write here I plus plus, and outside the loop we print the value of fact. So here I write console dot write line the factorial of, here we pass the value of n, then again we write here is, again we give plus sign, and here we pass the value, that is fact. Okay, and after that we write console dot read line. This is the simple program. Let's run the Take some time. Yeah, here get some error. Use of unsigned fact while local fact. So here we have to assign fact also. Fact is equal to 1 and then run the program. Enter limit. So enter I. Enter limit 5 and the factorial of 5 is 120. So here we get the same output. If we check with 10, here we get the factorial of 10. Okay, so this is very simple program of while loop. Then let's see next one. So after that, it's a nested while loop. It's same like a for loop. In for loop, we use nested for loop. That means the for within for. So here also we can use as a nested loop and get the desired output. So in nested while loop, the while loop we use inside the while loop. Okay, and then it will form in the form of matrix or it will take the two values. So let's see here the example. Here we define the variable I and assign the value 1 to it. After that we check while I less than or equal to 3. Then here we open the while loop. In that we write the j is equal to 1 and again we start the new while loop here. So while j less than or equal to 3. After that we print the value of I and j and then we increase the j as well as I and here we get the output. Let's see how it is work. So here new project, select the console application, change its name with nested while. So here we define the two variables integer I and j. Okay, then we use the while loop while I less than or equal to 3. Before that we have to assign some value to I. So here I write I is equal to 1. In while loop I write j is equal to 1 and here we start the while loop again. So while in bracket j less than or equal to 3 and then we open and close. Here we print the value of I and j. So here I write console dot write line value of I and give some space here. For spacing we use slash t and here we concat it by using plus j, end with semicolon. Okay, so here we print the value of I and j. After that we increase the j, and outside it we increase the I. Okay, after that we write console.readline to show the output, to see the output on output screen. After that we run the program, and here we get the value of I and here we get the value of j. So for each value of I, the j loops get execute. So for when I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, 2, 3. When I is 2, then j is equal to 1, 2, 3. And when I is 3, then j is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is known as the nested while loop. We can do the pyramid program using nested while also. This is for your practice. You can do it at the practical session. Same program, same like a for program. We create the pyramid here. Okay, so just we change the condition and we get the desired output. So if we want to do this in program, I simply change j less than or equal to I, and here we print j, or print v star, and j plus plus. Instead of write line we use write. Here we write console dot write line. So here we get 3 star. If we want 5-star program, just change its limit to 10. It will show the 10 star. It looks like this. Okay, so we can do like this. Okay, so next one is the infinitive loop, infinitive while loop. So in this program we have seen the nested while loop. So here we uh, give particular limit for the I, then we start the j loop. In that we print the star. Here we write the condition j less than or equal to I. So initially the value of I is 1, 1 less than take condition true, and j's value is 1, 1 less than or equal to 1. So it will print. Again j increase, condition false, it come outside the loop, i's value increase 2. After that it will print 2 times. Then i's value increase by 1, then it print 3 times. Like that it will work. Okay, I think we have already explained in a for loop. So let's see next point, that is infinite while loop. So same like that we can create the infinite loop in while also. Same like a for loop that we made infinite. Same like that we can create infinite. So infinite loop while. Here I write the message while true. While true is a always true, so it will make the statement infinite. Here I write console.writeLine infinite loop. Here I write console.readline. Actually, there is no need to write because we have to break the output, and here we run the program. So we get infinite loop, infinite time. So exit the loop by pressing Ctrl C. So next one is the do while loop. Do while loop is the same as a while loop. The only difference is that in while loop we check the condition first. In do while loop we check the condition at last. So the C# do while loop is used to iterate a part of program several times. If the number of iteration is not fixed and you must have to execute the loop at least once, it is recommended to use do while loop. So if we know that the loop will execute only one, if you want to execute only one, then you can use do while loop. Okay. So the syntax of do while is do, then here statements are returned, and here we write the condition. If this condition is true, then only do while get execute. If condition false, it execute at least one. So this is the do statement. If it is true, then condition again it goes to statement. It write the statements, then check the condition. If condition true, again it write the statement. Again check the condition. If it is true, then again it write the statement. If it is false, it comes outside the loop. So let's see one simple example of do while to print the number from 1 to 10. So this is the do while. Here it starts the do while loop. We define the integer I. Its syntax is do. We assign some value to I, that is I is equal to 1. After that we start the do loop. In do I write console dot write line. Here we print the same value I, and after that we write the while condition. So while I less than or equal to 10. Here we do the increment as well, and after this we have to give semicolon. In do while only we use the semicolon after the condition, and then here we write console dot read line, and we run the program. Here we get the output. So in this program we initialize the value to 1, we check the loop. So here we first define the variable I, assign its value 1, then here we start the do console.writeLine I. So it will print the value of I, that is 1, then we do the increment. Okay. So here it checks whether I less than or equal to 10. If it is, then again it print the same value. Print states same statements again. So if here we write the false condition, that means here I is less than 1. So i's value is exactly 1. If we write the wrong condition or false condition, then also it will print the value of I single time. So here it prints the value 1 because in do while, the block get execute at least once because we check the condition at last. So it is known as the exit check statement, and while is the entry check statement, because in while we first check the condition, and if it is true then only we execute the next statement. And then we write console.readline to get the out. Okay, so here we end the session. If you have any doubt regarding this, let me know. Okay, thank you for watching.